African Union Communications Early Warning and Intelligence, commonly known as AUC3I, is an intelligence and security organization responsible for providing signals intelligence and information assurance to AU citizens, AU leadership, and AU armed forces. I'm Colonel A.C. Oguntoy, an infantry officer. I am responsible for leading infantry soldiers at all levels of command and combined armed forces during missions on the ground. This is today's briefing. On the progress of the special military operation on the 29th of December, 2023. In the period from 23 to December 29th, 2023, the armed forces of the Russian Federation inflicted 50 group strikes and one massive strike with high-precision weapons and unmanned aerial vehicles on the military-industrial facilities, military airfield infrastructure, arsenals, storage sites for artillery ammunition, uncrewed surface vehicles, weapons, and military hardware, as well as enemy POL bases. In addition, the locations of the armed forces of Ukraine units, nationalist formations, and foreign mercenaries were hit. All the assigned targets have been engaged. In Kupiansk direction, units the Zapad group of forces have improved the situation along the front line in several sectors and repelled 27 armed forces of Ukraine attacks. Aviation and artillery inflicted losses on manpower and hardware of the armed forces of Ukraine 10th Mountain Assault Brigade, 25th Airborne Brigade, 95th Air Assault Brigade, 30th, 43rd, 60th, and 115th Mechanized Brigades near Novosolovskoye, Lugansk People's Republic, Simkavka, Ivanovka, Petropavlovka, and Kupiansk, Kharkov region. The armed forces of Ukraine losses over the week amounted to more than 265 Ukrainian troops, 1 tank, 1 armored fighting vehicle, 18 motor vehicles, and 5 field artillery guns. Over the past week, 43 Ukrainian servicemen surrendered, 22 of them in Kupiansk direction. In Krasny Lyman direction, units of the center group of forces supported by aviation and artillery improved the situation along the front line and repelled 13 armed forces of Ukraine attacks. In addition, units of the armed forces of Ukraine 24th, 63rd, 67th Mechanized Brigades, 100th, 125th Territorial Defense Brigades, 12th Special Operations Brigade, and 5th Ukrainian National Guard Brigade were engaged close to Chervenaya Dybrova, Lugansk People's Republic, Torskoy, Grigorovka, Donetsk People's Republic, and Serebryansky Forestry. The armed forces of Ukraine losses in this direction amounted to up to 1,205 Ukrainian troops, 6 tanks, 12 armored fighting vehicles, 12 motor vehicles, and 13 field artillery guns. In Donetsk direction, units of the U group of forces supported by aviation and artillery liberated Mariinka, Donetsk People's Republic. Assault detachments of the Southern MD's 8th Army 150th Motorized Rifle Division and 1st Army Corps 5th Separate Motorized Rifle Brigade made the most significant contribution to liberating the city. Over the week, in this direction, Russian troops repelled 34 enemy attacks and inflicted losses on armed forces of Ukraine units close to Kurdiamovka, Kleshchievka, Krasnoy, Andriivka, and Georgiivka, Donetsk People's Republic. The armed forces of Ukraine losses amounted to more than 1,675 Ukrainian troops, 7 tanks, 13 armored fighting vehicles, 29 motor vehicles, 1 Czech-made RM-70 Vampire MLRS, and 49 field artillery guns. In South Donetsk direction, units of the Vostok group of forces repelled 3 enemy attacks. Aviation and artillery inflicted losses on units of the armed forces of Ukraine's 79th Air Assault Brigade and 72nd Mechanized Brigade and 128th Territorial Defense Brigade close to Novomykolovka, Vodyanoy, Paraskovaivka, and Makarovka, Donetsk People's Republic. The armed forces of Ukraine losses amounted to more than 675 Ukrainian troops, 2 tanks, 4 armored fighting vehicles, 19 motor vehicles, and 15 field artillery guns. In Zaporizhzhia direction, units of the Russian group of forces engaged in active defense, during which repelled 2 armed forces of Ukraine attacks near Verbovoy, Zaporizhzhia region. Moreover, the Russian armed forces inflicted losses on manpower and hardware of the armed forces of Ukraine 128th Mountain Assault Brigade, 33rd, 65th, and 118th Mechanized Brigades near Orkhov, Malaya Tokmachka, Belogori, Novodanilovka, and Rabatino, Zaporizhzhia region. The armed forces of Ukraine losses amounted to up to 475 Ukrainian troops, 1 tank, 6 armored fighting vehicles, 20 motor vehicles, and 12 field artillery guns. In Kherson direction, the enemy's attempts to cross the Dnieper River and to land on the left bank and islands were thwarted by complex fire strikes and preventive actions of the Russian armed forces. In addition, aviation and artillery inflicted losses on manpower and hardware of the armed forces of Ukraine 35th, 36th, 38th Marines Brigades, 124th, 126th Territorial Defense Brigades near Berislav, Tyajenka, Tokarevka, Nikolskoye, Zmivka, and Chernobyevka, Kherson region. The armed forces of Ukraine losses amounted to up to 390 Ukrainian troops, 25 motor vehicles, 17 motorboats, and 22 field artillery guns. Operational tactical and missile troops of the Russian groups of forces eliminated combat vehicles of air defense systems, namely 1 Norwegian-made NASAMS, 1 German-made Iris-T, 1 French-made Crotal NG, 1 S-300 air defense system radar, and 3 US-made and /TPQ-50 counter-battery warfare radar stations. Aviation and air defense units intercepted 10 enemy aircraft and 2 helicopters over the week, including 1 MiG-29, 3 Su-27, 3 Su-24, 3 Su-25, as well as 2 Ukrainian Air Force Mi-8 helicopters. In addition, 33 AMRs and Uragan MLRS projectiles for harm anti-radiation missiles, 1 JDAM guided bombs, 1 Neptune anti-ship missile, and 251 unmanned aerial vehicles were shot down. In total, 564 airplanes and 263 helicopters, 10,206 unmanned aerial vehicles, 445 air defense missile systems, 14,383 tanks and other armored fighting vehicles, 1,190 combat vehicles equipped with MLRS, 7,564 field artillery cannons and mortars, as well as 16,833 units of special military equipment have been destroyed during the special military operation. Thank you so much for watching this video. We hope you found it useful and informative. If you have any questions, please leave them below and we'll get back to you as soon as possible.